Hello everybody. So there was a paladins tournament recently, a community tournament called the Paladins Ultra Tournament, and I played in it and our team got top 8. The old team ship meme team, we got top 8. This is finals and I wanted to do like a VOD review for a few reasons, partly because like I'm bored, partly because like I like talking about the game. Partly because I'm like genuinely curious what this game is like and what the level of play is like. I know these players are like cracked, right? But, like I'm curious how good the team play is and stuff. And yeah, so if you're interested in like what the more competitive side of Paladins looks like, then we're gonna be breaking this stuff down and all that. I don't know how many games we're gonna go over, but we'll see. Maybe we'll do like one game at a time. So, looking at comps, like, okay, we didn't pause. So looking at comps, like, even if I didn't know who these teams were, like right away, I could tell you that they're both European, and that's because they both have solo tank. Honestly, I think it's a really European thing. I haven't seen that in NA. That being said, I only scream like meme stuff, so it's kind of hard for me to tell, but. So there's like a few things that we can point out, right? We can point out solo tank on each side. Difference here, this one is a main tank. This one is an off tank. Okay, cool. We have double support on each side. This is just, you know, normal support. This one's a pocket. And these are just both supports. Then we have DD1 and DD2, so like direct damage. These are two backliners, right? Then here we have one damage dealer and one flank. So just breaking down roles, right? Like we can literally see what these teams are gonna go for right off the bat. So we've got, you know, double backline and a main tank. So this team is probably going to be playing around point if they can. They're going to be trying to stay alive. They're going to try to like group together. They're going to try to like live stuff. Like, Jesus, dude, can you imagine trying to push into that backline? Trying to push into these four? Like that's not a fun time. So that's probably what they're going to be playing off of. These guys, we have like an actual like offlane. And we have, well, first of all, we also have Furiel. That's really strong. So they're probably going to be looking to push off that. So you're looking like Koga's probably going to go around like here and get to the backline or something. So, knowing that we're on Serpent, basically Serpent is divided into 3 lanes, right? So you have Dial, you have Main, and you have sewers. And this is for flanks, which only red team has. Main is where usually you send like a main tank and that's it. And this is everyone else. Everyone else goes here. This is the offline. This is important, right? This is the most important. Don't criticize my spelling. I'm doing this with a mouse and I'm trying to do quickly because I've watched VODs sometimes and people are like, and it's important. And then you have to sit here and watch. I don't want you guys to be like here forever, so sorry, you know, you can read. I hope you can read that. Probably can't. It's okay. You'll get there. So basically, right, this area is important because it's high ground. It's like the only high ground. So if you're blue team, you have like an important question of like, you want to be on the point, you want to be playing off of your main tank, so you want like Barrack to be like here-ish, like everyone else plays like over here. But the issue with that is that if red just sends like this, they're gonna pinch you somewhere back here and you're gonna die. So what you're probably gonna see, instead of like, you know, Barrack going point, you're probably gonna see the Barrack play here. And what the Barrack is going to try to do is he's going to try to like make space, right? Because his backline wants to sit up here. So he's gonna try to like literally play like an off tank, because like who else is gonna do it, right? Like no one else can like make and hold space as well as a tank on blue team. So you're probably gonna see Barrett go high ground, clear that space, force the ruckus out, and then go point. They might even just like stay on point and go for like kills, like literally play the Barrack like an off tank, just like a pure off tank. That's an option that they have. And then if you're red team, you're probably gonna see 4 people, and then the Koga. So like free Koga again comes to the back line, pinches, kills. I didn't mean to do that. Kills everything. So that's basically kind of how this game is gonna go. You're gonna have like whoever controls sewers is gonna win, right? Point like barely matters. So for red team, you're gonna look for like flank control, and then you're also gonna look for like pinches, and then for blue team, you're gonna look for like, are they alive? Okay, well, we're gonna put the A there. Are they alive? And then like, what's up with the ruckus? Is the ruckus like free? If the ruckus is free, blue team's gonna have trouble. And like, can Barrett cap? Because if the ruckus is just like forced out all game, then like blue team is just gonna be free because they have better range and they have better everything. So with that out of the way, let's see how they play it. Okay, so it's pretty much like what I said, except that's not the Koga and the ruckus are switched. That's something you can do. So unless red team wins this very quickly, then I assume blue team's gonna pull ahead. Interesting decision to go after the Barrack. I don't hate it, but what I don't like is that blue team is literally stacking everybody up here. Like, we kind of just talked about how these comps work, and not what the comps actually are. And with, like, yeah, I probably should have talked about this. We can see that blue team has literally 3 backline characters. You know, they have 3 backline DPS, so they all want to play from here basically. So it's gonna be hard for them to control space. If they had like a flank who could match the ruckus, they'd be farming, dude. But they all peel back. The Koga's not really there in time. The Furia, yeah, everyone else is too late. This is really heavy backline comps from each team. Like if that ruckus goes in and he has help, like they're fine. But as it is, blue team can just sit back and heal up. Like what's my team gonna do about it? So they're probably just gonna take high ground back. K-Cruncy Grover, by the way, that's something. They tag high ground back, and now like, yeah, okay, so like red team didn't immediately get kills, so blue team is winning. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about them trying to kill the Barrack. Like, are you gonna have a better time trying to kill a Barrack or like a squishy, you know? Okay, so like, you know, I like talked about high ground control. Like Leon dies, that's because she got pushed by 4 people on high ground, and red team is not holding high ground for some reason. This way, like, what are they gonna do now? How are they gonna push these people? One thing that I will say about blue team is that this rotation is a little bit stupid. So what they did, right? They started all over here, and then they did this, and now they are all over here. And like, what's the difference between spot 1 and spot 2? Right? Like, literally, what's the difference? And like, the only difference is that one is on the other side of the map. Like, they're exactly the same. So like, what's the point of doing this rotation? Like, if you want to actually like take space, you gotta leave some people behind. If you want to have like, I don't know, like Grover, or actually probably not a Grover. Probably a Grover. Let's just say Grover and Tyra. And then you want to have Corv and Shaw. Then congratulations, you controlled both high grounds. But like, you literally just moved from one high ground to the other. So like, now all that this does is it makes the other team's respawns into you a bit easier. You know, instead of having to go all the way around for a flank, they can just kind of walk into you. So this is kind of silly for a blue team. Like I could literally just like move the camera to the other side of the map and nothing would have changed. Like the point of this rotation is a little weird. They caught off the Leon, and I assume that's what triggered the rotation. But like the Leon just goofed then. So like you see how like Ruckus is able to dash up. Like they're just like the Ruckus and Koga are actually taking value, and it's like wow. It's almost because like, you know, they could have done that. Like you're not holding space. You just switch the space that you're holding, and now like look, this Leon's gonna have 3 respawns into them. If the Ruckus and Koga had waited like 2 seconds, they have Ruckus and Koga going in. They have a Leon respawning into them, and they have a Furia and Genos who are completely free to walk up to the barrack. But now like this Ruckus is low and probably doesn't have his like all of his cooldowns up, so. But Barrack is gonna stay like way too long and die for it. Yeah, okay, so that's a bit of a goof on the Barrack. Oh my god! Okay, hold up. Blue team is doing the thing. They're controlling both high grounds and like they're getting picks off it. Let's go, blue team. Really good play from the Shah. Like they just have angles, dude. I don't know how the core died. That's kind of stupid. But like they trade for it so easily. And like look at the position that they have, man. Do you want to like you play the game? If you want to like position here, do you want to be a red team or do you want to be blue team? Do you want to have a high ground with like multiple angles, or do you want to be stacked on point? Like this positioning is so bad. They're just gonna. Why is Shaw? Why are you dropping? Jesus, that's ballsy. And then somehow Tyra loses the duel to Leon. Okay, so. Okay. So if both of blue team's DPS don't feed, like that's probably really good for them, but I'm legitimately not sure what happened. Like they just kind of done goofed. Big root, actually. Now Ruckus has no cooldown, Spirit has no shield though. So now they're gonna retake, and remember, like, what's the important area on this map? Is the high ground. Is the red team holding the high ground? No, then take it from them. Run at this Ruckus, you know? But it's okay because like Shaw gets a pick for some reason. This Tyra's trying to solo take the high ground. And the core is kind of there. Grover's there. Grover walks into a beam and almost dies. This poor Tyra is trying to take this high ground by himself, where this Barrack is like dicking around on point. Like imagine like this is look at this. Okay, Barrack does not need to be on point, right? They have 69%. Nice, great. You don't need to be on cap. You can use like they need to be on cap. You have 96%. They need to be on cap. You can use this time to like do whatever you want. You can use time to take space, right? This Barrack could be pushing high ground. Like it's gonna work because you have like, oh my god, get out of here, epic pen. You have like their backline in the worst position possible. Like red backline is just in awful positions, but and somehow Ruckus has decided to go point. Like I don't really know why. Like, this Leon has to touch, dude. This Barrack could just leave if he wants to. Yeah, both of these drafts are kind of scuffed in my opinion, but, like, Europe does European things. And you'll notice that, like, even at the end of this fight, there's 4 people on low ground. But why are there 4 people on low ground? You know? Like, look at where they are. Like, I get the fight's over. I get the fight's over, but, like, come on, man. So let's see how they push. Pushes are going to be really hard. Because, like... You know how like Ruckus can like Ruckus getting into your backline for free is like worst case scenario for blue? Like, well, let me introduce you to this wonderful position called New Ledge, which blue team has like no way of contesting, and the Ruckus can use to like drop onto anywhere the backline is for absolutely free. So if you're blue, you probably like set up people back here and just hope that your Barrack can push cart, and then like 4-man into orange, and then hope that when he does drop, you can deal with it. This is gonna be a hard push, dude. Oh, unlucky. Okay, that just wastes like 15 seconds. Or they're gonna push off this, and they're gonna kill the Barrack for some reason. Okay, fair enough. I don't know if the full hold is easier, actually. I wouldn't go for this. Because, like, again, like, the other team is just gonna, like, take that slow... Like, they're almost... Blue team is almost gonna deathball here. Alright, so I guess like red team could take high ground, but then it's really easy for like blue team to just like walk across their bridge because they have spawns and they have high ground, right? Ooh, is Quincy have Vine? Is Quincy okay? Okay, I don't know why they're so split. Like they're literally, none of them are in the same spot. They kind of just walked forward and got out TDM'd. That's tragic. Does he live that? He does not. And now the Beric's gonna stagger. Okay. Legitimately, all the blue team need to do is like group up as 5 and then just like go somewhere. It doesn't even matter where. Like just go somewhere, dude. Go somewhere fast. Force somewhere out. Run at the ruckus. It's the Beric build. Okay, he does have double time. Okay. I was wondering. That is ballsy. Okay, he gets away with it. Tyra's gonna feed. They are truly getting out to the end. Oh, Crunchy, no.
Alright, they're getting hot.
Yeah, so like, what the fuck is going on?
They're getting hot.
And like, I don't even mean that in like a joking, like toxic way. Like, what's happening, dude? This is so messy. Oh, Corvus, no, he could have won that. That's tragic. Okay, group up challenge, very hard. This is what would be cool about having a flank. If you had a flank, dude, what I'd honestly do, like you have this comp, so I have to do this comp stuff. I'd literally send them like all the way here and just have them cap. Use all their cooldowns, get back, and then like the other team has to go deal with that. Actually, then they just send a... you could just send Koga. But then like that's... Okay, wait, they group up and they push aside. Let's go, dude! Let's go. Are they gonna keep formation or are they gonna like back up and like split up and die? They're grouped up, okay. Okay, so they trade. But yeah, okay. Corvus kinda left his team. The Beric also is like did nothing. And the Furia and Leon were not involved in that fight. And the Genesis was not involved in that fight. Okay, honestly, dude, like the way that blue team are sending their Beric to point, if the backline of red team ever gets involved in mid-fight, I think it's over. I think it's just done, dude. This Koga and Ruckus are almost 2v5ing. 2v4ing. Hey, free Ruckus on high ground. Look how low they are. Imagine if there was like anybody else helping him. Oh, that's a big beam, but he lives. Okay, so now this is like worst case scenario if you're red team, because all of a sudden, dude, like your ability to drop all of a sudden is like really not great, because now you have to push through like this tiny door, and like blue team backline is just gonna be safe inside of orange here. So like, again, if blue team live, they're fine. I want to see Ruckus and Koga go on something. I want to see Leon and Furia help, but like I don't want to see the Ruckus dropping when his backline is all super low and stabilizing, because now he's just going to go in by himself. He's either going to pop ult and kill 5, or he's going to instantly die. Alright, okay, well he gets forced to leave, same difference. Oh, but they C9. Well, they didn't really C9, that was a touch, but it only checks if you can test every 1 second, so he got high resed. Like, blue team had a pick there, so. Yeah, red team has not played this very well, but neither is blue team. Like, red team wins if they get their backline involved and if they actually, like, dive, and blue team wins harder if the Beric, like, makes space for backline and if the backline controls the high ground.
Capture point spawns in 15.
But we have ults now, so there's... Okay. So, with ults, blue team has 2 options. One is like fight. Alright, the other is retake. So, it's a lowercase a. I gotta keep the theme going. So basically, right, red team has 2 problems. Well, 1 problem, and it's Fury ult. Fury ult is a big problem. Fury ult is gonna win red team this fight, right? If red team hits Fury ult and like everyone on their team like hits W like at least a little bit, dude, they're gonna win, right? They're gonna win unless blue team like massively commits their own ults, and the two ults that you'd want to see committed, which are Grover and Barrack, like those are the ults that you're going to use to survive stuff. You don't have them. So, you know, this seems like it'd be a free fight for Red. So how do you win the mid fight if Red is just going to like hit buttons and win? Well, you play off retake, right? So you don't really have the tools to actually like fight them head on, so you play for retake. So what you do, send Barrack to point, and you send everyone else to high ground. And you have Barrack cap. You have Barrack cap as long as you can, and you try to get to 30, at least to 30, and then you die, and you lose. But then, because you have cap and the other team has a 0, ideally, you get a retake. You get to push back up, you get to take another fight, and at that point, they do not have Fury ult. So then you can take a fight, the other team doesn't have Fury ult, and you try to win that fight. That's basically how retake works. That's what I would go for if I was blue team, just knowing that Fury ult happens. So what I want to see from red team is I want to see Fury ult. I want to see nothing else. That's not how you spell nothing. Nothing else. And then from blue team, I want to see retake, and I want to see like 1, maybe 2 ults, just to try to make them commit something else, you know? Because if they have to use Furia and something, then you're taking away their ults for the next fight, so that's how I'd like to see each team play it. How's Master Riding look at? Barrack has Master Riding too. That's something I was gonna bring up, was the Gen Assault from spawn, but he actually completely beefed it. He might have been able to kill the Corv. That was a really bad Gen Assault. That's not where that... He sent it over here, man. It's supposed to go here. It's supposed to land like... It's supposed to hit them like... right, like... Here, it's... Where is it? Where's the angle? It's like right here-ish. Yeah, so we would have hit Corv. So, good ult, and blue team didn't really respect that option, but hey, now you try to force Furia. So the ongoing mid does literally like nothing here, like Bird just puts up a shield and emotes, so puts up a turret, then a shield and emotes. So again, I don't know why red team is trying to like shoot point, like, oh no, they're capturing the objective, but like, yeah, they gotta win the fight though, you know? Oh, Barrack already used shield. Okay, so again, this is why blue team's draft not fantastic. This is the box they're putting their backline in, and then Barrack has to go like fight literally everywhere else. If you had a flank, dude, imagine if you had a blue team flank like right here. Like this Genos and Leon all of a sudden are like terrified and can't really like focus on you as much. Oh, that's big. So they use Genos, Furia, Leon, and Ruckus, but blue team only gets 12%. That's a pretty good trade if you're red team. Blue team didn't use anything though, so. But that being said, if red team like loses this fight quickly, which they should try to take a quick fight here, there might be a third fight, so we'll see how they play it. Also, it is really hard for red team to cap. Like, you can literally put the Shaw in mid, like what they're doing right now. Yeah, this is a good call by the Shaw. The Shaw's playing really well, I think. So here comes a little backline migration up to high ground. The Barrack is making space. We're probably going to see the Ruckus go in, but the Koga's not in position to get like any sort of follow-up. Like, this Ruckus does not win this poke fight. And they're not going to be able to cap. That's a good volley, actually. We get Shaw ult, which is actually like really good. It lets him take space. I don't think there's any Illuminators there. There's Illuminate 1, that's... sure. Okay, if blue team leaves their original high ground, I'm gonna scream. Like, stop me's gotta stay here. Koga ult, like, literally, who cares? Like, if you're red team, or if you're blue team here, like, you are absolutely fine. You just took all the map control. If you stay where you are and you don't feed and you use the free ults that you're gonna be having, then, like, you're good to go, dude. Big root. Ooh, Prince's 1. You did not need that. No, they're giving their high ground again. They're trading high grounds again. Like, you kind of need to hold that a little bit. It's hard against Ruckus. You can kite, but then ideally, like, you back up into your Grover, your Corvus and Shaw LOS. They can help you deal with that. And also, if you're red team, ideally your backline is like involved in the fight at all. Like this, like just look what these three are doing. You know? Are they helping? Okay, Leon actually makes a play, but like, you know, are they helping at all? Are they doing anything this fight? We get Dome on point. That's early, I think, but. Okay, so they decide to push out. Ooh, that is ballsy, but I kind of like it. And they actually get it. Nice! Leon made a play by herself, but like, that's either pushing into 1 or 2 people, or... Yeah, so... Yeah, red team is though not taking fights with 5 people. And their draft is worse. This is not good. Like, Leon tries to push out, just gets blown up, dude. Like, you need to push that together. Which is why, like, you want to contest this high ground, so that your backline is in a position to fight stuff. Fight this for this high ground.
Get after him. Hold, brothers.
I don't know, like some of the individual plays are like fine, dude, but like I expected more. The Shaw's playing well. Ooh, they're gonna. Okay, if the again, like where's the backline? Get the backline involved in the dive. Like if you're gonna drop like this, right? Like you can drop here, push them into here. And then like Genos can be here, like Leon can be at this door, and then you just like completely collapse on them with 3 different angles. But as it is, like yeah, Koga exploded, right? And that's like, dude, what the heck? But like also you pushed into a 2v4, you know? What do you expect? And the backline's like, it's okay, I have this beam. Guys, I got the Corvus to half HP. Like, okay, we can actually move the camera for the first time like this game. Again, shooting point, like whatever. Oh my god, the Grover ult. Okay. Please help the Barrack. The Barrack actually gets. Ooh! Okay. So, okay, this rotation, as cool as it is honestly a bit early for how for how far back the card is. Like you saw that Barrack had to like leave. So like, actually, okay, never mind about the ruckus. That pressuring point was a good play. If you recognize that like the backline was too far away and the Barrack was like too far by himself, that is a nasty beam. The backline got involved in a fight. Oh my god, that's a screenshot. I didn't mean to take that. Well, you know, it's a historic moment. It's a historic moment that the red team backline got involved in a fight. Okay, so we're gonna get the group up and push, because that's really all they can do. If they split up, they're just gonna get Reyna killed. Oh my god, Corvus, careful. Shaw's gonna die. Oh, never mind, the ruckus is low, I didn't see that. He win those? He wins those, right? Oh my god, the jukes! Bitty beefs! Yo, you need to call your team over, friend. That Grover could have literally 1v1 the ruckus there. Now you have a ruckus in your backline for 3. They decide to pop Shaw. Okay, so committing on this really difficult push with 50 seconds left with a pretty important ult, I'd say, is like not great. Ruckus goes in. Is Ruckus gonna get a kill? No, because he's diving 1v4. Okay. And now the cart's far enough to the point where you can put your backline in orange, and the Barrack isn't going to be like completely isolated. So all they need to do is walk. Just get across, use cooldowns. Yep, yep, yep. Awesome, dude. Awesome. They should love this. They should love this. And they do love this. Awesome, dude. They're playing the. Okay, the blue team's playing this push like not bad. I like it. And they get a pick on Furia. Was she on low ground? I thought she was high ground. So we get a dive, and he dives to that. Oh, was the box? No way, dude. Oh, that's tragic. Okay, that is, my god. Okay, so they get picks. They can make the overall for it. They can get a shot. I don't know if the shot did that much. I think they would have gotten the kill on the Furia anyways. But like, well played, dude. Pretty well played. Okay. So what do we want to see from this round? I just want to see red team go high ground. I want to see like, this. Well, maybe not that sort of rotation from the Koga. Maybe more like this. Honestly, I don't know. It kind of depends. However, you can get closest. Honestly, doesn't matter that much. So just arrow, 2 backline. And then if you're a blue team, I want to see Barret control high ground. So now they have Fury ult, and they like you don't have that option to play into retake anymore. They have full combat mechanic, so you need to commit ults and try to win this fight. What I think is going to happen is that you're going to see an actual dive coming out with Fury ult, because that's the only time that Red Team's backline has ever gotten involved is when Fury ult has happened. So, you know, they're going to probably see, ooh, shiny Fury ult, and then go. And the backline's going to get involved, and they're going to win the fight. And then they're going to win because Janos is going to freak out the entire time. That is my prediction. Or the Barrick's going to die point, and they're just going to win the... If Barrick dies point late enough, they might have to get through a zone. But I guess it's like 3 backlines at a Barrick. I don't know, getting touch is going to be that easy. Oh my god, the Barrick's controlling high ground. And the Ruckus is forced out, love to see it, and then the Barrick can go point. Now this Ruckus, like, how is this Ruckus gonna push? Look at this Ruckus, how are you gonna push? How is he gonna push, dude? You can't push. This free ult's not helping the Ruckus. It needs to be earlier, or the Ruckus needs to take less poke. The Fury ult, blue team's job is literally just to live. I would be popping Corvus ult and trying to deny some space right now. They pop Tyra ult, Fury ult should be done. They get a pick on the Furia. Oh no, but the Corvus is too slow. Okay, so like they leave their high ground again, right? Like the equivalent of leaving your leaving your Corvus behind like that is having your Corv. Like think about what happened, right? There's a Koga here, and there was a Corvus here. Now if you like flip the map, that's the equivalent of your Corvus just like walking in, and the Koga killing him from here. So like, that's a bit troll. It's gonna ult that. But they get a pick on. How do they keep getting these picks, man? I don't get it. They're like, it must be roots. It's gotta be roots, dude. They did leave their high ground, which I mean I don't know why, but oh they're gonna lose Schaffer. They're gonna lose. Oh no, they're gonna wait. They're just gonna straight lose for this.
Enemy dub, look out!
Wait, why did they draw up? Okay, so like let's talk about how to manage high ground on certain beach, dude. Like, I mean we talked about this earlier, right? Like you don't just want to like go from high ground 1 to high ground 2. You want to have control over both, and you want to even if you like listen, man, I'd rather you have control over like your high ground. If you have to have only control over the high ground, then sure, but for the love of God, do not drop. Do not drop. Do not give up the important space for free, dude. They should need to like pop ults and trade to take that space back from you. You don't just give it to them. You don't just run at them and give up your important space for free. Oh, Barrick. Full comeback mechanic, go burn. He has to touch, and it's tragedy. I'm gonna say winnable for blue team because this Tyra might be able to kill the Leon. Straw's gonna be able to stall point, and this Koga could feed because he's pushing the 3 people. So and the Barrick also has Master Right, so winnable maybe. Oh, he dies. That's the illuminate value from the Koga, yeah. And Leon lives. No way! Oh no, they're gonna win this fight too. Oh, that's rough, dude. Okay, that's rough. That actually sucks. If you're like red team there, like. The only reason that was winnable for like that shouldn't have been winnable for blue team. The only reason it was winnable is because you had Leon by yourself over here, and you had like everyone else just kind of like in weird spots around the point. Like these are not valuable spots. Where the Leon was or the Leob, that's where you really want to be. So like you can have someone cap, man, but like at the end of the day, you want to be getting on top of them. You know, like if you were to zone, right? You could do like Ruckus here. Sure, Rux. You can have like Genos here because he has mobility, and literally everyone else here, or maybe not everyone else here actually. Maybe you have Leon, Furia, and then you have like the Koga also over here. And this way, your Genos can just like leave when he needs to, and then you dive them when they get to like, everything's gonna move a little bit, but you dive them when they get to like here, or when they're like crossing up these stairs, because then they're vulnerable and in the open, and that way you get your fight where you're on top of them and your backline is involved. And that's how you should zone that, and then it becomes a lot harder for blue team because then they have to like push very quickly. Otherwise they just get dove. Or they have to like force out the Jones. It just gets messy, dude. They get unlucky. That's a pick. I was gonna say, okay, what I thought was gonna happen is that you're gonna see like Ruckus and Koga go around and the backline get involved. And you're gonna see like what you should see on the first mid, or just on the mid fights, but then the Koga's left and the Ruckus is shooting the Barrack again. So. Where is this Grover going? Oh my god, Crunchy! Okay. I like it. I don't know why Barrack's on the point, that thing doesn't matter anymore. But he lives, it's fine. And Corvus feats, there's a lot of getting. I know it's like triple DPS with like these sorts of comps. Like these sorts of comps, there's a lot of like individual skill that shines through and a lot of people getting random pick. Like that just kind of happens with these sorts of comps, but like I feel like it's happening more than it ought to be. So they're slowly losing people, they're just gonna die up, don't like card movement. Leon's gonna feed, okay, that's bad. All of a sudden, winnable. And they get a pick on the Furia. Okay, so Leon ran in and died. I'm not sure how Furia died. And then they actually execute a dive and kill the Tyra. Fantastic. Again, just like walk at them. Have the Koga go around. You're not just gonna... Okay, don't like just walk at them forehead, but like, you know, surround them and then walk into them. Or just get a pick on the Barrack. No, he lives. Okay. Now you hold this if you're blue team. Oh, that far back. Why are you leaving? Why are you leaving? You have like this perfect high ground, and now you're just like leaving yourself open to like getting flanked. Like what? Like you think if you're all up there, they're gonna like be able to push point? No, you're not gonna be able to push point if you're all up there. Like now, if you actually stay here, red team actually has to execute a dive, and now this like this Ruckus is feeding. You can throw a molly at that. No, don't want to push that a little bit. No. Okay. You want to help your Shaw? Maybe Shaw shouldn't really even be here. That's why you want to flank instead of another backliner right there. Okay, Barrack, I was gonna say he's just out really far, but you know he got the kill on Corvus, so. Or on the whatever, the Tyrant, whatever it was. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just high ground control, dude. It's just high ground control. But it's OT, and like that makes like how are you gonna contest point with solo Ruckus, man? Because now you have to contest point. It's on the push. It's overtime. Like you have to send someone a point. So if you are blue team, you just like hold space and poke. You hold space, group up, and poke. And if you live, dude, you're fine. Okay, you don't like hard stack on top of each other. Like maybe send somebody like here. You know. Just so this Leon isn't like getting instant resets on a Q or anything. I should probably alacrity though, right? Yeah. Isn't like Eminence just like a lot better here though? Into triple backline? I don't know. Yeah, like a Shaw playing from here would be gross. That Leon would be dead. Ooh, Tyra! I know you're tanky, but like, my god. Crunchy is in the backline. I respect that, sir, but that's a binary Genos, but that's, yeah. Just because red team kind of sat around and got shot, like, that's not even gonna matter. If you're over defined into their backline and lost a one go into a binary Genos, it's not gonna matter. Because Solar Ruckus pushing that, like, you need to be so fast, dude. If that wasn't an overtime, what red team could do is literally just, like, leave the point, win the fight, and then go back to the point, you know? So. But they can't do that because their solo Ruckus in overtime. So now again it's half comeback, so like you can maybe get a retake if you want to play for retake if you're blue team, but and they are looking like they're gonna set it for retake. That being said, actually, not a bad play, because if you like the game's been going on for a while now. So like if you realize that hey, they're not like flanking us at all, they're just taking a head-on fight, we win that. Going to point's not a bad play. This dome is not a bad play. Holy heck, they want him bad. We get the shot. We get the ooh, here he comes. Okay, that's kind of just a goof from Frenzy. So like if you're the Barrack, right? Does he have dashes? Oh, please, dashes in 1 second. Get out of here, Barrack. Run! Okay, he didn't run. Yeah, at that point, that's kind of on his team to say like, hey, we have completely left. We left you. You need to leave too. So not sure why they left high ground though. Like the Barrack going point is like that's why it's awkward, you know, because they can kind of surround you if you're with triple backline, dude. These drafts are not good. Like these players are playing fine. Like individually they're fine. They're very good players. Like some of the macro play is not great. The Shaw is standing out as a good player. It is like just playing well. But like these comps are complete garbage. These comps are not good. Like solo ruckus, like I'm not sure why they have solo ruckus, right? Like I know in Europe like Barcode is like, you know, the ruckus guy, right? He likes his ruckus, but he's not really like playing it well. Like if you're gonna play solo ruckus, right? If you're gonna play solo ruckus, you need to play solo ruckus. You can't just pick ruckus, you know? Does that make sense? You can't just play ruckus like not like solo ruckus is ass, right? But like it has a thing it can do to win, and that thing is being stupid aggressive and getting angles. And then they're just not doing that, you know? Like I think they're playing solo con. They might as well have been playing solo con for the way they played that. I just gotta pick with Connell and the Grover instead, you know? Okay, this retake is stupid from blue. Like, you're just giving them a high ground for free. This Genesis is about to farm you. Okay. So generally, when you're playing the video game, you don't want to stack mid with, like, everybody. Like, it's great that you used ults, but they had Fury. I mean, first of all, they had Fury ult. Which you didn't manage to force out. That ruckus ult was actually really good. I don't know how. It shouldn't have got a kill on the Grover, but it did, and that's good. They get a pick. They just touch this no OT, is there? Yeah. Good flank by the Shaw to try to get something done, but I mean, they didn't retake high ground. How are they going to win that? You know, there's legitimately no way. So now, because you didn't immediately win the fight after in your blue team, you have to like push out your own high ground so you can control your own high ground and shoot down on them. Etsu? Where are you going? Are you gonna commit to that? I would have committed to that. That was a really good flank you had going on with your mount. So they are gonna push out the ruckus, but like imagine if there was a Koga Leon in their backline. And you had a Genosol going through the floor at them. You know? Ah, dude, they should have kept going, dude. Because like you don't have many people, but you know your supports can try. Your Genesis having mercs, like you can throw beams up. And if you win that fight, this is pretty much done. In the spawn camp. Ooh, Yara. Yeah, the Ruckus dying and the Leon dying, like just makes the number difference, you know. So. Next fight. So now, okay, how do you break this in your red team? Again, like it's rough. You can't really push point. You need to kill them. So how do you kill them? Well, you have Ruckus and Koga. You can try to dive stuff, but how are you gonna dive? How are you gonna like dive that heavy of a backline? Well, you need to get the rest of your team involved. And now the question is, how do you get the rest of your team involved on certain beach push? And the issue, and like the problem is like you can't. Like this push should be easy for blue team. All they need to do is like hold high ground. It's like not play too individually, so they can't just like get run over, and then just like they're vibing. Like this Shaw is scaring me a little bit. The fact that they're not holding the way that red team gets to do is just scaring me a little bit. Koga should have Riesel by now. You can honestly try to have Koga push point it.
Alright, they're getting hot,
but they get a pick. Yeah, and they can just back up whenever they want. Like Koga's doing his alt commitment. I don't feel great about that. But they trade. I don't think that matters. Like, there's nothing they can do. Furia's gonna keep throwing beams up there. It's actually kind of big, dude. That beam across the bridge is actually kind of nice. If you actually set that up with a guy, that might not be bad. Jonas probably dies here. The beam, dude. Barrick is AFK. He's back. Let's go, Barrick. Oh no, he's actually not AFK. He's just standing there. Okay, help your team, Barrick. Don't please control the space. Like if the Barrick was up here fighting the ruckus, man, he puts a shield up, and like the backline can help shoot the ruckus and force him out. But no, they're just gonna give them high ground. I give them access to high ground. Oh, oh my god! Oh my god, he lives that. That was kind of crazy, actually. I don't know why they gave them control of high ground in the first place. Like they let them up there. Now they have to drop. This shouldn't even matter. Once again, a shot. Oh my god, crits! Oh, dude, these beams are stupid. Exterminate Fury is a stupid character. Jesus. They pop Shald because like they have to not lose. Oh my god, the beams, dude, the beams! Oh my god, do they win this here? Do they win this? Cause oh my god, they're committing. But red team is given high ground control. This is losable, dude. You're gonna get like 2 really high damaging ults. It's gonna be really hard for red team to stand on point. If blue team can target focus really well here, that might like be good, especially with Grover coming back and now. So, okay, Tyra feeds. Corvusult is on point. Not quite. Ah, my god, they do win that, dude. Jeez, I don't feel good after watching that game. I don't feel like either team played particularly well. Like, there were some good moments, dude. There were some good paladins in there, but like, you know, finding the good paladins in that game is like finding a little bit of like finding a needle in a haystack. Like, there's a lot of bad there. So, and that's finals. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna record another one. My voice is cutting out on me a little bit, so I think I'm gonna end it there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see like my team's POV in this tourney, like let me know, and I can upload it. If you're watching this like recently, it's still up on my Twitch, so you can watch it there if you really want. Yeah, we one trick a meme comp, which is fun. So. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.